You know, I've learned something about life. People don't just respect you because of the car you drive, the clothes you wear, or how loud you can talk in a room. Respect is like a magnet, but not the kind that pulls in metal. It pulls in people. And here's the thing that magnet is powered by: who you are on the inside. That's why I love the law of attraction. Because what you believe, how you carry yourself, and the energy you put out, it's coming right back at you every single time. Now, I'm going to be real with you. Respect is not something you chase. You don't run after people begging them to see your worth. You become the kind of person whose presence demands respect without you ever opening your mouth. You walk in the room, and before you even speak, people feel something. That's energy. That's psychology. That's the law working in your favor. And if you're wondering, well, how do I even start? That's what I'm about to give you. 5 secrets from psychology that will make people respect you. Not because you forced them, but because you attracted it. You start living this way, I promise you, the right people will stand up when you walk in, the wrong people will fall back, and your whole world will start shifting. The power of self, belief, and confident energy is one of those things that people can't always explain, but they can feel it the moment you walk into a room. You ever notice how some folks don't have the biggest title, the fanciest car, or the flashiest clothes, yet everybody turns their head when they show up? That's not an accident. That's not luck. That's the quiet, unshakable power of a person who knows who they are and believes in themselves. It's almost like they carry their own sunlight with them, and you can't help but notice. That right there is the kind of energy that draws respect without a single word being spoken. See, most people think confidence is about being loud, being bold, or taking over every conversation. But real confidence, real self-belief, it's deeper than that. It's not about proving yourself to the world every 5 minutes. It's about knowing you don't have to. When you truly believe in yourself, you stop needing the world to clap for you just to feel worthy. You walk in your own lane, you stay true to your own values, and the way you carry yourself tells people, I know what I bring to the table. That energy changes everything because people respect stability, and nothing is more stable than a person who trusts themselves. I've seen it happen time and time again. 2 people can have the same skills, the same experience, but the one who gets chosen, the one people follow, is the one who carries themselves like they belong there. And I'm not talking about arrogance. Arrogance pushes people away because it's rooted in insecurity. I'm talking about that calm, steady confidence that says, I don't need to push anyone down to stand tall. That's the kind of energy that makes people listen when you speak and remember your presence long after you've left. Here's the truth. Self-belief is contagious. If you believe in yourself, other people will start believing in you too. It's the law of attraction in action. Whatever energy you put out there, you get it back. When you carry yourself with doubt, hesitation, or fear, people feel it. They may not say it out loud, but they pick up on it in the way you move, the way you speak, the way your eyes shift when you're unsure. But when you carry yourself with certainty, like you know you can handle whatever's coming, people can't help but respond differently. They start trusting you more, leaning on you more, and respecting you more. Now, self-belief isn't something you're born with and never have to work on. It's built. It's strengthened every single day by the way you talk to yourself and the way you handle challenges. It's in the promises you keep to yourself. You can't tell yourself you're going to wake up early to work on your goals, then hit snooze every morning and expect your confidence to grow. That's not how it works. Confidence comes from proving to yourself that you can rely on you. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, no matter how small, you're stacking bricks on that foundation of self-belief. And over time, that foundation gets so strong that even when life shakes you, you don't crumble. People respect a person who stands tall in their own skin. They might not always agree with you. They might not even like you, but they'll respect you if they see that you're rooted in who you are. Respect comes when people see that you won't fold under pressure, that you won't change just to fit in, and that you believe in your own worth, even when no one else is cheering for you. That's because deep down, Everybody wants that kind of strength for themselves. When they see it in you, it inspires them. But let me tell you something, your self-belief is tested most when life knocks you down. Anybody can feel confident when everything's going right. That's easy. But the real measure is how you carry yourself when you've been overlooked, underestimated, or straight up rejected. Those are the moments when you find out what you're made of. Do you shrink back and start questioning your value? Or do you remind yourself, I'm still me, I still have worth, and this setback doesn't define me? That's where the respect comes from. People watch how you handle those moments, and when they see you rise without bitterness, without breaking your own character, they start to look at you differently. Here's what I've learned. Confidence doesn't mean you think you're perfect. It means you're not afraid to show up as yourself, flaws and all. You know you're still learning, still growing, but you're not waiting until you're perfect to believe you belong. That kind of confidence is magnetic because it's real. People are tired of fake smiles, fake stories, and fake confidence. They crave authenticity, and the only way to give it is to believe that who you are right now is enough, even as you work on becoming better. When you believe in yourself, you stop apologizing for existing. You take up space without feeling guilty about it. You share your ideas without wondering if they're good enough for the room. You shake hands firmly, you look people in the eye, and you know deep down that your worth isn't based on anyone's opinion. And let me tell you, when you carry that kind of energy, you don't have to go chasing respect. It finds you. It follows you. It walks into the room with you. Because people can't help but respect someone who respects themselves first. Listening with genuine interest is one of the most underrated ways to earn people's respect. In a world where everybody's rushing to talk to be heard, to get their point across, being the person who slows down, leans in, and truly listens is rare. And because it's rare, it's powerful. You can't fake this. People can feel the difference between you waiting for your turn to talk and you actually caring about what they have to say. And when they feel you care, they start respecting you in a whole new way. Most of us think we're good listeners, but if we're being honest, a lot of the time we're just hearing noise while our mind is busy crafting a response, defending our point, or thinking about what's for dinner. That's not real listening. Real listening is when you're not just catching words. You're catching the meaning, the emotion, the story behind those words. You're noticing the pauses, the tone, the little shift in someone's voice when they talk about something that matters to them. That's the kind of attention people remember, because so few people ever get it. There's something almost magical about sitting across from someone and giving them your full, undivided focus. No phone in your hand. No eyes darting around the room. Just your presence, your attention, and your willingness to understand. It makes people feel valued. And when someone feels valued, they naturally start valuing you back. Respect flows both ways. When you listen with real interest, you're saying, "You matter to me." And even though you haven't said those exact words, your actions say it loud and clear. I've noticed something. People will tell you things they wouldn't tell anyone else if they sense you're actually listening. They'll open up about their struggles, their dreams, their fears. And when they do, you have a responsibility to handle that with care. The moment someone feels heard, they start to trust you. And once trust is there, respect follows close behind. That's why leaders, mentors, and even great friends aren't just great talkers. They're great listeners. Now, let's be real. Listening isn't always easy. Sometimes you're tired, distracted, or in a rush. Sometimes the other person is going on about something you don't even fully understand. But here's the thing, you don't have to understand every detail to listen with interest. You just have to care enough to be present. You can ask questions, you can nod, you can lean in, you can say, "Tell me more about that." Those small gestures are like gold to someone who's used to being overlooked or ignored. Listening also means letting go of the urge to immediately jump in with advice. That's a big one. Most of us, with good intentions, hear someone's problem and instantly want to fix it. But sometimes people don't need you to fix anything. They just need you to understand. They need a safe space to put their thoughts into words without being interrupted, judged, or steered in another direction. And when you give them that space, they'll respect you for it, because you gave them something they couldn't give themselves. In that moment, the gift of being heard. And I want you to think about this. How many people in your own life have really listened to you? Like, truly listened without checking their phone, without cutting you off, without steering the conversation back to themselves? Probably not many. That's why listening with genuine interest is almost like a superpower in relationships, friendships, and business. People don't forget how you make them feel. And when you make someone feel seen and heard, you're giving them something they can't buy, something they can't force, something that comes only from genuine human connection. Listening isn't just about the words, it's about the energy you bring to the moment. If you're distracted, rushing, or thinking about your next meeting, people feel that. But if you're present, leaning in, nodding, making eye contact, and actually reacting to what they're saying, they'll feel that even more. And the more they feel understood, the more they'll start to respect you, not because you gave them something material, but because you gave them your time and attention, which is more valuable than almost anything else you could offer. And here's the beauty of it. When you become a great listener, you start learning more than most people ever will. You start picking up on things others miss. You notice details, patterns, and truths hidden between the lines. You get to know people on a deeper level, and that builds stronger connections everywhere you go. And the stronger your connections, the more respect you naturally attract, because people trust you, value you, and want to be around you. I've seen deals get made, relationships get saved, and friendships get deeper simply because someone decided to listen instead of talk. It's not complicated. It's not flashy, but it works every time. And if you really think about it, listening is one of the easiest ways to stand out. Most people are so busy trying to prove themselves that they don't realize the fastest way to earn respect is to stop talking for a moment and actually listen. When you listen with genuine interest, you're telling the other person, I see you, I hear you, you matter. And that's something people remember for a long time. You're planting seeds of trust, understanding, and connection that can grow into the kind of respect you can't buy fake or demand. It's earned moment by moment, conversation by conversation. And the more you practice it, the more natural it becomes until people know you as the person who doesn't just hear them, but truly listens. Holding yourself to your word is one of the quickest ways to earn respect. And breaking your word is one of the quickest ways to lose it. People watch how you follow through. Always, they might not say anything, but they notice if you do what you said you would do, especially when it's inconvenient. Keeping your word isn't just about showing up for others. It's about showing up for yourself. It's about building a reputation where, when your name is mentioned, people immediately think if they say it, they mean it. That kind of consistency is rare, and rare things get valued. In today's world, it's almost become normal for people to say things they don't mean or promise things they never deliver on. We've all seen it. Someone agrees to meet up, help out, or finish a task, but as soon as it becomes a little uncomfortable or takes too much effort, they disappear. That kind of behavior chips away at trust, and when trust fades, so does respect. But when you're the person who keeps your commitments, even when it's not easy, you stand out without having to shout about it. Your actions speak louder than any self-promotion ever could. Keeping your word isn't just about the big promises. It's in the small, everyday things too. If you say you'll call someone back, call them back. If you say you'll be there at 7, show up at 6:55. If you tell someone you'll handle something, handle it without them having to chase you down. These might seem like small details, but over time, they shape how people see you. They decide whether people trust you with bigger responsibilities or pass you by. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes keeping your word will cost you something. It might cost you time, comfort, or convenience. It might mean staying up late to finish what you said you'd finish or rearranging your day to honor a commitment. And that's exactly why it's so powerful. People respect the person who does the hard thing simply because they said they would. It shows integrity. It shows that your word isn't just something you toss around. It's a promise, and you take it seriously. And let's not forget, this isn't just about how others see you. Every time you keep your word, you're reinforcing your own self-respect. You're telling yourself, I can count on me. That's a big deal, because if you can't keep promises to yourself, how can you expect to keep them to anyone else? The opposite is also true. Every time you break your word, you're teaching yourself that your own words don't matter, and over time that eats away at your confidence. It's easy to underestimate how much people remember. You might think, oh, they'll forget I didn't follow through. But people rarely forget how you made them feel. If you left them hanging, if you didn't deliver, if you made them feel like your word couldn't be trusted, that memory stays. And it's not just about that one incident. It starts shaping how they see you in everything. On the flip side, when you consistently come through, you start building a reputation so solid that people don't even doubt you anymore. They just know if they said it, it's done. That's a powerful place to be. Now, I'm not saying you have to say yes to everything. In fact, part of holding yourself to your word is being careful about what you commit to in the first place. Respect isn't just about doing what you said. It's also about being honest up front. If you know you can't deliver, don't agree just to please someone in the moment. A clear no. Today is far better than a broken promise tomorrow. People respect honesty, even if it's not what they want to hear. Life happens, of course. There will be times when, despite your best efforts, you can't keep a commitment. In those moments, communication is key. Don't just vanish or hope they won't notice. Own up to it. Let them know what happened, take responsibility, and make it right if you can. That honesty will do far more for your respect than trying to cover it up or pretending nothing happened. People can forgive mistakes. What they struggle to forgive is being missled. And here's something I've learned. Keeping your word builds momentum in your life. The more you do it, the more opportunities come your way. People will trust you with bigger projects, introduce you to more connections, and rely on you in more meaningful ways. They'll speak your name in rooms you're not in, and when your name comes up, it will carry weight. That's because reliability is rare, and when people find it, they hold on to it. This applies in personal relationships too. If you're the friend, partner, or family member who always follows through, you become the anchor in people's lives. They know they can lean on you without second guessing. And in a world full of uncertainty, that kind of dependability is priceless. It's the kind of thing that makes people fight to keep you in their corner, because you've proven you're not just there for the good times. You're there, period. Holding yourself to your word also sets the tone for how people treat you. When you consistently keep your commitments, you create an unspoken standard. People realize you value your time and theirs, and they start mirroring that behavior. They're less likely to flake on you because they know you're not someone who plays around with promises. At the end of the day, your word is your brand. It's the handshake you leave behind in every interaction. And when that word is backed by consistent action, it becomes one of your strongest assets. You don't have to demand respect because your reliability earns it for you. People trust you. They depend on you. They speak highly of you when you're not around. And all of that comes from something as simple and as rare as doing exactly what you said you would do. Staying calm under pressure is one of the clearest signs of strength, and it's a trait people can't help but respect. Anybody can keep it together when life is going smooth, but it's when things start falling apart, when deadlines close in, plans go sideways, or problems pile up, that true character shows. How you handle yourself in those moments speaks louder than anything you could say. If you're the person who can stay steady while everyone else is panicking, you automatically become someone others look to for guidance and trust. See, pressure is like a magnifying glass. It makes everything more intense. Your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions, they all get amplified. Some people explode, some shut down, some start pointing fingers and blaming everyone around them. But the rare few who can breathe, think clearly, and act with purpose when everything's on the line. That's who people respect. It's not because they think you're invincible. It's because you've shown that you're in control of yourself, even when you can't control the situation. Calmness under pressure doesn't mean you don't feel stress. It doesn't mean you're not worried or that the situation doesn't matter to you. It means you don't let that worry control you. You acknowledge it, but you don't hand over the steering wheel. You keep your emotions in check long enough to focus on solutions instead of getting stuck on the problem. And that's a skill that earns respect everywhere. Whether you're leading a team, raising a family, or just navigating everyday challenges, I've seen people rise in leadership not because they were the loudest, not because they had the most credentials, but because when the heat was on, they didn't lose their cool. While others were scrambling, they were assessing. While others were making rash moves, they were making smart ones. And because of that, people trusted